Well, that was a long day of work. Let me just get my key. Oh, well, that door is weak. Okay. When did I get a ladder? Um, uh, my apartment never came with this. Hello? Where's this go? Wow. Huh? What is this place? Getting started. Hello, my name is Margaret, and this is my Inuit village. Sources? Mr. Sheds, my favorite history teacher, is active inspired about the Inuit people. Okay, there are more books throughout the village, so look for them in the chests around the town. Enjoy. Okay, what's even in here? Cooked fish, whale oil lantern, whale blubber, fishing rod, stone spear, raw fish, whale oil, and more whale oil. It's, why am I standing so close to the fire? Where am I? Why do I hear dogs? Why do I hear dogs? What? It is cold out here. Ugh. Nope. This is where, there's a chest here. Ah, what the heck is that? Dog sleds? Dog sleds. In this time period, cars weren't invented yet. Fortunately, there were dogs/wolves everywhere in the Arctic. The Inuits befriended the dogs, and soon the first dog sled was made. After this important event, almost all the hunters had one. Dog sleds part 2. The dog sled was very important for the Inuit survival. The dog sled provided faster transportation throughout the Arctic and could also carry more than just one person could. All in all, the dog sled played a big part in the Inuit history. Okay. Is that a dead seal? Ugh. Well, at least the dogs are cute. Hey, buddy. Anything here? Oh, there's a dog in this one. Food. Food. Since they settled in the Arctic, the Inuits had little access to food of any sort. Almost all of their food was hunted. The Inuits ate and used everything they hunted, and almost nothing went to waste. The animals they hunted, seals, caribou, polar bears, fish, and whales, were all useful in their own ways. The whale fat was used for oil and light, the seals were used for clothing and food, and the polar bears were used as trophies and furs. Everything had a purpose here, and all the animal was used in some way. Here, you'd never know when you ran out of something. I guess they didn't have any supermarkets, huh? I mean, they have all the normal stuff. Bye, dog. There's so much snow everywhere. It's so cold. There's even a frozen over lake. Oh, gosh. Craft over here. Ice fishing. Ice fishing. The Inuits are technically surrounded by water. There's literally snow everywhere, but the few lakes and rivers they could find were always frozen over in the Arctic temperatures. Then the Inuits had an idea. They could cut a hole in the ice, and they then had access to the fish and underwater creatures underneath. It's a win-win, really. The only worry is that they sometimes had to make new holes if their old ones froze over. Hey, there's more fish in here, and lots of fishing rods. Okay. I do not want to fall on that. What else is around here? There's so much snow everywhere. I mentioned the Arctic before. I think we were really there. That was only in my apartment before. Fire safety. Fire safety. In the Arctic, as you know, it is very cold. You can say that again. The Inuits didn't have electric heaters, so campfires were the only way to keep warm. Usually, you would want to keep the heat inside so you wouldn't freeze to death. The Inuits tried this, but they had packed their igloos so tight with snow, the smoke couldn't escape. This was bad because the people would suffocate in the smoke during the night. That's why they decided to make a small hole in the ceiling so the smoke could escape. From then on, fire was somewhat safe to have inside an igloo. Huh. I mean, I wouldn't try it myself, but, I mean, it is cold out there. Hi, dog. There's a lot of dogs here. I like it. No, there's no book in this one. Oh, there's one here. Stories. Oh, is this like a fairy tale book? Oh, don't think so. Stories. Legends and stories played a big role in the Inuit history. Considering there were no schools, the only education for their children was through storytelling. What made it even worse is that there wasn't a writing system for them, so the stories were passed down through memory. The good thing was that the stories would teach children about religion, beliefs, and the history of the Inuit people. This was good for the kids to know how the Inuits were and their way of life, because soon it would be them who told the stories to the next generation. I want to go home. It's really cold here. I'll have to ask the landowner to not kick me out for the ladder that appeared randomly. Igloos. The igloos are very important to the Inuits in their way of life. The igloos are the only/easiest thing they can make from their surroundings, and it can be surprisingly warm inside if you make it right. It isn't that hard to make an igloo. Your first step is to make the ice blocks. Since we're in the Arctic, the snow is harder and can pack together easily. Once you make the ice blocks, you can start to form the shape of the igloo. After you get the basic shape, you can start building up. The roof is considerately the hardest part of the igloo and can be very frustrating if it caves in. The last step is packing it in. Once your igloo is safe to stay in, you can hold together the seams and the inside stays warmer than leaving the gaps unsealed. The Inuits got very good at this process, and they could eventually make a small igloo in under 45 minutes. That's talent. Huh. It takes me forever to make an igloo. I mean, and here in Virginia, it hardly gets any snow. Well, I mean, it does, but, it's very little, and you can never really make an igloo. And then in here, I mean, I can hardly make a snowman. No. I want to go home. I want to go home. Nope. Nothing. I think I've already seen that one. I think I can go home now. I mean, it is nice here, but way too cold. It's like a ghost town. Nobody's here. Okay, well, I guess I should go home now. I'll come visit here again. I hope. Oh, maybe that's what's making this place so cold. It's wide open. Let's go. I'm going to bed. Today's been a long day.